What up? What up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk, a channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So, today's episode, I'm going to be talking about some folk. Well, one person, right? His name is Grant Cardone. So, who is Grant Cardone? So, I'm going to give a very, very short, brief summary of what I've learned about him, and hopefully, what I speak about him will motivate you to do your own research and to look him up, see what he's about, and maybe what he has gone through and what he says on videos and through his book and some other avenues. Maybe it'll be able to help you achieve some goals you've been looking for. So Grant Cardone. So he says that he was raised in Louisiana. Was raised by his mom and his dad. I think he has a couple brothers and sisters. His dad passed away at 10, when he was 10. Had a massive heart attack, from what I recall. So after that, he saw his mom struggle. Was very, very scared of money, meaning that she penny pinched everything. Penny pinched everything. No edits here. I don't edit videos, right? So he went through that. Say he started dabbling in drugs, started using drugs, I want to say through his late teenage years. He did go to college, went through college, wound up getting a business degree, I believe. But he said that I think he said from age 16 to, or maybe 18 to age 25, 26 roughly, he was a drug addict. I mean, basically just was really, really in a rut of things, and his life just wasn't going anywhere. I want to say that he said that he started selling cars during this time, or maybe he started selling cars right after college. I'm not sure. But and I'm not sure if he actually used his business finance degree. Was it in finance? It was either in finance or business. One of those things. But anyways, he said he became a car salesman. Started selling cars. Became very successful in doing that. I think he wound up winning some accolades or some awards by doing that. So I'm assuming that from that aspect, he started to realize that he was a very good person at selling things, right? So he said he bought a property, a single family home, started renting that out, and brought in somewhat of a profit, sold it, and I think he started doing that particular process over and over and over again. Fast forward a little bit, and he's buying apartments more than he is family homes, single family homes, and he created this book called the 10X Rule. I have not read the book yet. I need to get on it and read the book because I've watched his videos for a couple of years now, and him and a couple other folks that I'll mention in some other videos as well have really made me think twice about how money works and how people should approach money in general. He says that cash is trash. That's a saying that he says a lot of times in his videos. And from what I take from that is he's saying that when you have liquidation, meaning that you have cash or some type of currency with you, it's not doing anything. He suggests that you put all your cash into assets that produce income. Having cash laying around is not doing anything because cash can't work for itself. You got to make the cash work for you. So that's why he said cash is trash. I mean, I don't know. I mean, teach his own. I'm not saying that he's wrong with saying that, and I mean to a degree, I believe what he says and what he means when he says that, because I mean, we really think about it. What is cash? And I'm talking about U.S. currency. I know there's some other currencies out there, but what is U.S. dollars? I mean, it's just a green piece of paper. We are the ones that put the value on that piece of paper, not anything else. And if you ball it up, it's still gonna be a dollar. If you cut it, it's still gonna be $1. But when he means by cash is trash, meaning that that it's not doing anything if you're not using it, he suggested we take all our trash and put it into assets. Now, of course, I mean, I wouldn't suggest you do that, starting off, or you don't know how money works and don't know how to save money. And like I put on my disclaimers all the time in my videos, I'm not a financial advisor. So, take all what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm just using this video to explain who Grant Cardone is. He's done plenty of video interviews, and he has, I want to say he has a seminar that he runs during the year. Folks pay, I think, upwards of thousands of dollars to go to these seminars, and it's about connections. It's about getting knowledge and a whole lot of things. And I mean, personally, I'm not hating them. I think those seminars are definitely great. I haven't been to one. I would not mind going to one, honestly. I've learned this from him and from other folks that I followed as well, that the rich, they really invest in themselves when it comes to learning knowledge. A lot of these folks would tell you that if you have a lot of cash laying around, take a class, go to a seminar, pay somebody to be a mentor, like use the cash to gain knowledge. Don't, you need the knowledge in order for you to get the asset to begin with. So spend your money to gain knowledge. And that's what he definitely pushes out there, as far as one of the themes that he pushes out, as far as like, how money works, and how he was able to obtain so much wealth. It was about knowledge. He pays, and I think to this day he still spends thousands upon thousands of dollars on going to seminars himself, and just achieving knowledge, because learning is a lifetime thing. That you're never going to be able to learn everything in life, and you're never going to learn everything about money. But you can get to a certain point where you're able to learn enough to where you can actually make money work for you, not you work for money. And that's one of the things that he's been able to achieve in his life. He has a private jet. He has a wife and two kids. He married his wife, I want to say in his 50s, I believe. And then he had his kids shortly afterwards. That was one of the things that he definitely suggests in his videos. Always get your money up before you start a family. And that's what he did. But one thing that really stuck out with me, one of the things, there's a couple of things with him, but one of the things that really stuck out with me with him was that he said that up until I think his early 50s, he was still scared of money, scared of being broke. And I'm sitting here like, the guy was a multi-millionaire by the time he was thinking like this, or as he was making millions, he was still thinking this way. And then I also saw a video where he said that during the 2008 market crash, it wasn't all that great, but he was able to have enough, reserves to dig his way out and be able to be successful. And then also with saying that when COVID hit, he really started what's the phrase? Not doubling down, but but basically he started like really pushing himself out there, as far as like buying assets and just creating more wealth. I mean, like I said before in a previous video, this pandemic has produced like millionaires like overnight. The rich have got richer and the poor have got poorer, and he's definitely become more rich as this pandemic has been going on. So in a nutshell, that's kind of like a brief summary of who Grant Cardone is. I definitely suggest that you do your own research, look him up, watch his videos, get his book, The 10X Rule. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to, well, I'm not going to try my best. I am going to go out and get his book and read it. I mean, knowledge is in books. So you want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book, because a lot of folks don't read. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way things are. So yeah, Grant Cardone, great, awesome person. One thing I want to mention before I let you go, as far as like talking about Grant Cardone, and of course I'll be making some more videos in the future when it comes to certain people, because this is a channel about finance, fitness, and folk, right? So I want to say maybe like a month ago, or maybe a little bit more than that, might have been just a month ago, there was some controversy that happened with him, and he's not, he's definitely definitely a controversial person, and he's kind of rough around the edges a little bit, but I like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's fine with me with him. But in a interview, he said that he actually tells his team to talk to Black people a certain way or I guess a certain dialect for them to understand more. Basically, he's saying that he dumbs down some of his presentation for specifically black people. And a lot of folks really took offense to that. Of course, black folks is they're like, why are you gonna you really gonna say that you're gonna dumb down your presentation because I'm black? I mean, I may be really educated. This is my take on that. Okay. There's definitely a stereotype with any kind of race you come across, and I'm not going to get into, the political aspect of it or like explaining what these stereotypes are. But my perception of this is that he's probably has encountered a lot of black people that's come to his seminars, and he's probably have met a lot of black folks in the streets and in these impoverished areas or whatever that are not necessarily very educated for like finishing school, going to college, or just having just the knowledge of how business works, because he is a person that is a millionaire. I think a billionaire by this point or whatever. So there's a lot of things about money that a lot of people in the black community don't know about. It's all about buying and not investing in assets. And he does that because he has experienced a lot of situations to where he's saying that black people did not understand the folks that he have met that are black, that the demographic of it is they don't understand totally what he's saying. So he basically breaks it down to an elementary type science for them. I'm not saying he's right or wrong about that, what I'm saying, but I think a lot of folks really took offense to it. And I mean, for me personally, I didn't, what I'm saying, because it is what it is. I still believe in what he does. I still believe that he's a great person when it comes to finance. And here's the thing. When you get into a situation to where you're making a lot of money and you're well off and you're in a situation to where you're removed from poverty. Now, me personally, I'm not going to say I'm rich and I'm not going to say I'm well off, but am I poor? No, I'm not poor. That's the bottom line. I'm not poor. I'm not impoverished. I live in a very nice house. I have a family, able to provide for my family with no problem. We're able to take vacations anytime we want to. I mean, we live comfortably. We really do. But I was raised in the projects. I was raised in the hood, and we didn't have nothing. So because I've been so removed from the hood, even though I have family members that are still there, I cannot relate to them anymore like I used to. I mean, a lot of rappers that are out there will say that, like Jay-Z, a couple other rappers will say the same thing. They're so removed from being poor that, they kind of like lose that perception of how being poor really is. And I'm not saying that they're right or wrong, but I believe that Grant Cardone is in that space when it comes to that. And that's probably one of the reasons why he targeted to a certain degree the black demographic, because that's the demographic that he's seen that cannot fully grasp what he's saying. But he's not being discriminatory towards black people. He's still allowing any race to come to seminars. He's allowing any race to follow him on any type of social media. To my black people, I wouldn't be that offended by that, really. You know what I'm saying? We need to get our knowledge about money anyway. We need to get things. If you want to be in a situation to where you're criticizing him because of that, I mean, I think you're missing the point as far as like what he could bring to the table for you. You sometimes got to look past stuff like that. But anyways, maybe I get into something similar to that in another video. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. I want to get this video out so I can actually give you knowledge to better yourselves and give a lot of folks out there knowledge to better yourselves. I really appreciate all you guys that are subscribing and liking the videos. Definitely going to keep pushing these videos to give you leverage to better yourselves. Finance, fitness, and folk. Triple F, I'm gone.